Welcome to Business Communication and Presentation Skills. This is designed for LDRP Institute of Technology and Research and Vidush Somani Institute of Technology and Research for the semester 1 and semester 2. Today we are going to take chapter 2, and in chapter 2 what I'm going to cover today is personality trait caused in group discussion. So let us start with personality traits. What are the employers going to look when there is a group discussion going to happen? They check all these 11 points. The first one is communication skills, how good you are in communication, your interpersonal skills. Now if you remember INTER, the word inter, where is the R is outside. So interpersonal means how you are able to interact your interpersonal skill with others. Then leadership skills. If I have to take leadership skills, I will have to make another video lecture. So we will be just touch base and move ahead. Motivational skills. Are you interested in coming to this group discussion, or are you motivated to be a part of this group discussion? Analytical and logical skills. Suppose a statistics is given, are you able to analyze those statistics? Were you logically give reasoning ability, thinking out of the box ability? With thinking out of the box ability means, are you just following what others are following, or you are thinking something different? That is thinking out of the box ability. Initiative. Are you able to take the initiative in the beginning or in between also? Assertiveness, if creativity not in drawing, but creativity in putting the point on the table. On the table means to the group. Ability to think on one's feet means your thoughts should be yours, not somebody else's. So that is what it means, ability to think on one's feet. Let's start with initiative. Initiative means it is going to impart direction to the group. You are the one who is going to start, so everybody is mostly going to follow you. So say for example, this is a group discussion and this female has taken the initiative and everybody is paying attention, and because of that the group, she can take the group along with her to the group discussion. And the person who takes the initiative is able to address the key issue. Say for example, in your school or colleges, the principal comes and you have HODs and then you have faculties. Say for example, this is your principal, these are your HOD, and these are your faculties. Then the key issue, who is the one who is taking the meeting? The principal. So principal is addressing poverty, education and employment. So initiator has got all these advantage. More we are going to see in later on. There are 3 C's that rank you high. The first one, as you can see, it is clarity. The clarity. It can be clarity of speech, it can be clarity of thought, but clarity. So if you have a clarity of thought, then you can channelize your thought in proper way. If you don't have the clarity of thought, the road is not going to be as straight as this, and then you will be able to shine out in group discussion. The next one is content. Content is very important in group discussion. So if you're going for a group discussion, just don't walk into it. Please read the news, the current topic, what is happening in and around nearby. Please go through it. Just don't walk through it and make yourself a fool. Now you can see you can see this cartoon or clip art. The second one this, and the third one this. We have environment. When the word environment comes, we imagine trees, plant and heat and cold. But in group discussion also there are environment. Now these are some environment. I think this person is screaming, this person is listening, this person is like, oh my god, what are you saying? I don't understand a word, something like that, you know. So this is the environment. and you will get these environment in group discussion. So you need to have strong emotional sensitivity. Don't get upset with the person if the person is like this, if the person is like this. Stay neutral and be yourself. So the first one is clarity, second one is content, and the third one is confidence. So if you have clarity, if you have content, if you know the content, and then do you confidence will come automatically. So that is it. So the three C's: clarity, content, and confidence. Now, the person who initiates has got some advantage. The keyword approach. Say, for example, the topic I'm going to give you is uh, should we have online examination? There are some people who will catch the word examination. So that person will think, should we have online? Should we have examination at all or not? If somebody catches the keyword as online, that person has already decided, yes, we need to have an examination. So the keyword is very important. Understand the keyword means you understand the keyword and then you start the group discussion. So when you understand the keyword, you start the group discussion and you have uninterrupted time to present. Why? Because others are busy understanding the topic, right? So at this point, the person who is initiating has got the ability to shine. But if mishandled, you are embarrassing the position. Embarrassing the position means you as an initiator, you are embarrassing yourself. You don't have to have fancy or flowery words for group discussion. Be natural, that is what I say, and be natural. Next is knowledge. As I said, go through the newspaper, what is happening in and around, and what is happening in the news, what is happening in the news around your place, what is happening in the world. All these things you should be, you should know what is happening. I'm not saying everything you should know. Then only you will be able to give your opinion. Otherwise, in a group discussion, you will have to keep mum. And I am sure for group discussion, you are not going there to keep mum. You are going there to give your opinion and shine out. Then connect different environment. Previously, we saw different environment. Now we are seeing different environment. Yes, this is about content. This is talking about content, the content environment. So you may have political and content, you may have economical content, and you may have business. Nobody can promise only this will come or this will come or this will come, or none of these may come. So you have to know the environment based on the content. Now, if you do not have the requisite knowledge of the topic, if you don't have the requisite knowledge of the topic, your group discussion will go superficial and people will come to know that you do not have the knowledge. So that is why I've written, do not make fool of yourself. Get numbers and statistics means, now here you have a graph. Suppose you have a discussion on groups. So you can say that based on the statistics, people love bananas more because 45% of the people love banana, and the least fruit that people like is grapes, and apple and mango go hand in hand. So if you are able to explain this, yes, you are you are able to explain with the statistics. That also outshines what you are speaking, and you will be able to answer the queries. From where did you get this graph? What are the survey that you did for getting this graph? Because you have done, you will know the answer. And knowledge is power, and it rules the world. Knowledge is power, and it rules the world. Communication skills, what does it do? It evaluates the candidate's ability to connect. Connect with whom? Connect with the people that are present in the group discussion. It can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 25 also. But because if you have communication skills, you will be able to connect. It is measured with verbal and non-verbal. Verbal and non-verbal. So non-verbal is the body language, gesture, eye contact, and posture. And I'm sure you have done this. I'm recording this video after covering chapter 4. So now I can say that we have covered this, the body language, gesture, eye contact, and posture. It has come back again, haunting you. The next one is verbal. In verbal, you have the fluency of what you are talking, articulation, how good how, how good are you articulating the sentence, clarity, modulation is whether you're going on straight line or whether you are there is a modulation in whatever you are speaking. So we have verbal and non-verbal, and I have written here non-verbal is explained in chapter 4. Now, why did I write chapter 4 here? Because we have already covered chapter 4. So, if you want to understand non-verbal more, please go to chapter 4. And I'm going to prepare more videos on body language, gesture, eye contact, and posture in the coming days. So, we will see you there also. Now, there are some important characteristics of communication. To remember this, you have to remember only one word, and that one word is picture. Picture, picture. What does P stand for? P stands for pitch. We'll go in detail. I stands for inflection, C stands for curtsey, T stands for tone, U understandability, R rate, and E enunciation. So it's easy to remember. Picture. Let me see if I can show you. This is what it is. Picture. Just remember this word and you will be able to remember all the characteristics of communication. Pitch. What does pitch stand for? The degree of highness or lowness of the tone. We're going to understand this. Say for example, this is your pitch. This, when you have a graph something like that, your pitch decreases. When you have, when your graph, when your this is like this, your pitch increases. We're going to understand with an example. Objects that vibrate slowly usually makes low pitch. I have mentioned here usually makes low pitch. Example, drum. Let us enjoy the beating of the drum. So if you take this and get a graph of something like that, so I hope you understood the pitch that vibrates less. This one, drum vibrates less. So it is slow vibration or low pitch. Next one is objects that vibrate quickly usually make a high pitch. Here I have taken the example of recorder. All of you have seen a recorder, all of you have used a recorder, and a high pitched voice can sound irritating. If somebody has got only high pitch, your ears may pain, your head may ache. I mean, you will get all those uneasiness. So it is irritating. However, a low pitched voice can sound more authoritative. In the month of June or July, see, I'm going low pitched. In the month of June or July, authoritative, you will have your online examination. So I was very clear in whatever I said. This is just an example that I've used. So don't take it that ma'am said you have your final examination in June, July. Let the university take the decision. Now here comes inflection. Inflection is with your, usually actors use inflection. And Emotion to convey the meaning. Now here you can see this child is happy in reading. This person is also happy. I mean, these emotions both shows that whatever the person is doing, they are happy. Then comes monotone. Monotone is difficult for listeners to concentrate. Now, this is good. You might have seen this monitor anywhere, in the movie or in the ICU or anywhere you might have seen this. What is the meaning of this? This tells the doctor the person is no more. Same way, if you have a monotone voice, this is what it is. Your audience may not be existing. So you have to have a variant kind of speech. Then comes curtsy. We usually forget what curtsy is. We take things granted. So let us remind ourselves to be curtsy in the group discussion also. Yes, thank you. Or if you have offended someone, sorry. Everyone wants to be acknowledged and appreciated, right? If you have done something good, you want somebody to come and tell you you have done a good job. So let's not forget thank you or sorry from our day-to-day life, because it is not going to harm anyone. And please use it wherever it is, in your life and in GD also. Tone. We use tone to emphasize the meaning of the word. Tone to emphasize the meaning of the word. Now, say for example, you're saying the word sincere. You're saying that you are a sincere person. But if that sincerity does not come in your tone, that means you're not sincere. Pleasant. The weather is pleasant. If you say the weather is pleasant, there is no pleasantness in the weather. What you are speaking and what you are saying is contradicting. Your tone has to match with whatever you are saying. Happy. You will not say, I am happy. You don't say that, right? And you never say, oh my God, today I'm so sad, right? You don't say that. So, what your tone and whatever you are saying has to match. Understandability. Hmm. Message should be understood. If the message does not understand, it is misunderstood. Here I have written, talk using tongue and teeth in your mouth. uh, it is little confusing for you. Okay, here is an example. Where is the tongue? Oh, I hope you understood now. When I said talk using tongue and teeth in your mouth. No chewing gum, and please avoid slangs. Rate. The rate of speed in speaking. Some of them are very fast, some of them are very slow. Some of them are fast and some of them are slow. You should know when to use fast and you should know when to go slow. So variety of speed gives power of conversation. If you remember the ICU monitor, monotone. Slow makes a particular point. If I have to say that you have to submit your assignment, so I am going slow and I'm making a particular point that you have to submit the assignment. Speed up emphasizes the excitement. The lockdown phase one is open. I can go to the market and purchase whatever I want. However, I'm supposed to take care of myself and others by wearing mask. So there was the variety, you saw the variety of speech in the sentence. In the beginning it was excitement because the phase one lockdown has opened, and then second phase, I mean second part, it went slow because you were emphasizing. Say for example, you can see this, somebody, there is some fight going on and the people are scolding, and when this is happening and if you come across and say, how did this happen, where was the stress, how, So whatever is happening, it may stop and you may be able to take control because your rate of speech was slow. Enunciation. Some of you have the had the question in the previous chapter. What is the meaning of enunciation? It says, speak clearly to avoid misunderstanding. What you speak should be clear enough to understand. Let's take the example, the letter T and letter D. You can see the spelling C-A-S-T. I have highlighted this with red. How do you pronounce this? We don't pronounce castle, we pronounce castle. T is silent. Listen, T is silent. We don't say listen. B-A-D-G-E. D is silent. Badge. So the way I am clear, castle, listen, badge. Open your mouth and speak. Then it will be clear. Letter P and B. S-U-B-T-L-E. Whatever is in red color, they are silent. Subtle. It's not subtle. Subtle. It is not cupboard. It's cupboard. Thumb. We don't say thumb. If you want to drink thumbs up, you don't say thumbs ups. You say thumbs up. Next, letter S. Island. So your enunciation, I've just taken some letters which are silent. My stress is whatever you speak, it should, whatever you speak or whatever you your enunciation should be clear. Because speaking clearly is the only way to avoid misunderstanding. Let's have the summary of whatever we have covered. What are the personality traits that is being looked by the employers? Leadership skills, communication skills, initiative, knowledge, how well you are able to analyze. So these things we have covered. The 3 C's that rank you high: clarity, you should be speaking, your speech should be clear, you should know your content, and then be confident. Initiative, because you are the one who is going to take the group discussion to the next level. Knowledge, if you have the knowledge, you don't fool yourself. Communication skills, verbal and non-verbal. Characteristics, now comes the characteristics of communication, which is the word that you have to remember is picture. The first one is pitch, how you are, how you are, the drum sound, if you remember. The inflection, the actors, they use their emotions to convey the message. Curtsey, the T is silent here. The thank you and the sorry. Tone, understandability, whatever you say, the other person has to understand. The rate of speech, when you have to increase the rate, you increase the rate. When you have to slow down the rate of speech, you slow down so that other person understand and you emphasize what you are saying. Enunciation, again, it is clear, you speak clearly. So this is what the summary is, and I hope you have understood this part, that what are employers looking for when they are calling for a group discussion. This is what they are looking for. So if you know what employer is looking for, I'm sure you will outshine every other person in the group. Now I'm going to link give you the link of all the chapters YouTube in the description box. And if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section, or you can email it to me on my official email address. And yes, I'm asking everyone to subscribe and like too. So thank you very much. Do like and subscribe. Stay safe and take care of yourself and everybody at home and in and around you. Thank you.